What if the biggest enemy you've ever had was your own family? What if every decision you've made to protect the people you love slowly became the reason they wanted you dead? Well, that's exactly where Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, finds itself. With only a few episodes left before the series finale, Episode 6 isn't just another chapter in Kanan Stark's origin story. It's the moment where every lie, every betrayal, and every murder starts coming back to collect its debt. The Thomas family is officially at war. Rock is running out of allies. Kanan has stopped listening to everyone. Marvin is beginning to lose faith. And somewhere in the shadows, Breeze is quietly shaping the future of one of the most dangerous men the Power universe has ever known. But here's the scary part. Nobody realizes they're already walking toward a tragedy that was destined to happen years ago. One thing Raising Kanan has always done better than most crime dramas is make the city feel alive. New York isn't just where this story happens. It's another character. Every street corner feels dangerous. Every meeting could become an ambush. Every handshake feels like a setup. Episode 6 continues that atmosphere beautifully. From the very first moments, you can feel something isn't right. Nobody looks comfortable anymore. Nobody feels safe. Everyone is waiting for someone else to make the first move. And that's exactly what makes this episode so tense. Unlike earlier seasons where Rock always seemed to have a backup plan, Episode 6 shows a woman who's beginning to lose control. For years, she controlled the streets. She controlled the business. She even controlled her own family. Now, she can barely control herself, and that's terrifying. Throughout this series, Rock has always believed she was the smartest person in every room. Sometimes, she actually was. She built an empire from almost nothing. She outsmarted rivals, manipulated partners, and survived wars that should have killed her. But power has a dangerous side. The longer someone stays on top, the easier it becomes to believe they're untouchable. That's exactly what's happening to Rock. Instead of solving problems before they happen, she's reacting after they've already exploded. Every decision she's made recently has created another enemy. Stefano, Hafiz, Kanan, even Marvin. The walls are closing in from every direction. And for perhaps the first time in the entire series, Rock has no clear escape route. That's a huge shift for her character. Because Rock has never feared losing money. She's never feared losing territory. The one thing she's always feared is losing control. Episode 6 shows us she's already losing it. She just refuses to admit it. Now, let's talk about Kanan. If you've watched the original Power, you already know who Kanan Stark eventually becomes. Cold, patient, merciless. But what's fascinating about Raising Kanan is watching that transformation happen one decision at a time. Episode 6 reminds us that Kanan isn't becoming a monster overnight. He's learning, growing, adapting. Unfortunately, he's learning all the wrong lessons. Every betrayal convinces him that trusting people is weakness. Every lie teaches him that manipulation works. Every act of violence makes revenge feel normal. That's what makes this story so tragic. We're watching innocence disappear in slow motion, and Kanan doesn't even realize it's happening. He believes he's becoming stronger. In reality, he's losing pieces of himself with every choice he makes. At its heart, Raising Kanan has never really been about drugs, or money, or gangs. It's about a mother and a son who love each other, but no longer know how to trust each other. That's what makes their relationship so heartbreaking. Neither one thinks they're the villain. Rock believes everything she's done was to protect Kanan. Kanan believes every lie his mother told stole part of his life. And the painful truth? They're both right. Rock's lies created Kanan's anger. Kanan's anger is destroying everything Rock built. It's a cycle neither of them knows how to stop. Every conversation between them feels like two people speaking completely different languages. They're saying words, but they're never actually hearing each other. That's why reconciliation feels almost impossible now, because this isn't just about business anymore. It's personal. While everyone else is focused on survival, Marvin is quietly fighting another battle: grief. Since Lulu's death, something inside Marvin has changed. He's always been the family's soldier, the man willing to get his hands dirty without asking questions. But now, the questions are finally catching up to him. Was any of this worth it? How many people have they lost? How much blood is enough? Those aren't questions Marvin wouldn't have asked in season 1, but they're haunting him now. That's what makes his character one of the most interesting in this final season. He's not becoming weaker. He's becoming self-aware. And in the world of power, self-awareness is often the first step toward tragedy. Because once someone starts questioning the life they've built, they become dangerous. Not just to their enemies, but to the people standing beside them. Then there's Breeze. Fans have waited years to finally meet one of the most legendary names in the Power universe, and Episode 6 continues proving why he's so important. Unlike Kanan, unlike Rock, unlike Marvin, Breeze doesn't rush. He observes, he listens, he studies people. While everyone else is reacting emotionally, Breeze is thinking 3 moves ahead. That's exactly what makes him dangerous. Power isn't always about pulling the trigger. Sometimes power belongs to the person who waits, and Breeze knows patience wins wars. You can already see Kanan starting to admire that mindset. Whether he realizes it or not, he's becoming Breeze's student, and that relationship will shape the future of the entire franchise. One of the smartest things about Episode 6 is that it doesn't rely on non-stop action. Instead, it builds pressure. Every conversation adds another crack. Every alliance feels weaker. Every character seems one bad decision away from disaster. It's like watching people stand inside a room that's slowly filling with gasoline. Nobody lights the match, but everyone knows it's coming. And that's what makes this episode so effective. The real danger isn't what's happening today. It's what's being prepared for tomorrow. The deeper Episode 6 goes, the clearer it becomes that no one is truly in control anymore. Rock is fighting battles on every front. Her enemies are multiplying, and even the people closest to her are beginning to question her leadership. For years, she ruled through fear and confidence, but now every decision feels desperate rather than calculated. Meanwhile, Kanan grows more fearless and more reckless. Every move he makes is driven by pride and revenge. He believes he's finally stepping out of his mother's shadow, but in reality, he's becoming exactly like her. The very traits he hates in Rock are beginning to define him. Then there's Breeze. Unlike everyone else, Breeze never lets his emotions take over. He watches Kanan carefully, recognizing both his potential and his flaws. Rather than forcing Kanan to change, Breeze lets him learn through his own mistakes, a lesson that will shape Kanan into the ruthless kingpin fans already know from the original Power. At the same time, Marvin struggles with grief over Lulu's death. His loyalty to Rock remains, but cracks are beginning to show. Every conversation leaves him questioning whether the family he sacrificed everything for is worth saving. As the episode races towards its climax, every storyline collides. Kanan and Rock continue their silent war, but neither realizes that outside forces are waiting for them to destroy each other. Stefano's influence still hangs over every decision, proving that the biggest threats aren't always the ones standing in front of you. One of the episode's strongest themes is that power always comes with a price. Rock built her empire by controlling everyone around her. Now that control is slipping away. Kanan wanted independence, but freedom comes with responsibility, and he's not ready for it. Marvin wants peace, but the life he's chosen won't allow it. Even Jukebox begins to take a more active role, hinting at the fearless woman she'll eventually become. Every choice she makes brings her one step closer to the hardened detective fans remember from the original series. The biggest surprise isn't a shocking death or a dramatic shootout. It's realizing that every character is slowly becoming the person fate has already decided they'll be. By the end of Episode 6, one thing is crystal clear. The Thomas family has reached the point of no return. Rock's empire is collapsing from within. Kanan is embracing the darkness that will define his future. Marvin is questioning everything he once believed. And Breeze is quietly positioning himself to become one of the most influential figures in Kanan's life. The episode isn't about explosive action. It's about preparation. Every conversation, every betrayal, and every difficult choice is setting the stage for the final chapters of raising Kanan. The hidden message of Episode 6 is simple. Power isn't what destroys people. Pride does. Every major character believes they're making the right decision, but their pride keeps them from seeing the damage they're causing, to themselves and to the people they love. That's why this episode feels so tragic. The ending hasn't happened yet, but you can already feel it coming. And with only 2 episodes remaining, every move from this point forward could cost someone everything. What do you think? Can Rock save her empire, or has Kanan already become too powerful to stop? And who do you think survives the series finale?